Good day, students. Welcome to our conference for Industrial Arts subject. I'm your professor, Mr. J.R. De Los Santos, but you can call me Mr. J.R. or Mr. De Los Santos. So before we do our attendance, let's have first our prayer. So thank you for the attendance class. So before we discuss our lesson for today, we will having first our called energizer. So what is our energizer? Did anyone who knows what is energizer? Okay, let me call you Mr. Agkawili. You know what is energizer? Okay, thank you. So our energizer will be entitled Rumble Letters. I will show you a 4 rumble letters and you just need to know what kind of this word. So I will give you 1 minute to show a rumble letters. After that, you need to identify what word are being asked. And after that, you need to create a sentence after solving those rumble letters. Okay, students, be ready. This is your energizer now. And for today, our topic will be entitled Alphabet of Lines. So first, what do you mean by alphabet of lines based on your own definition? Okay, so may I call Miss Sanchez. What do you mean by alphabet of lines first? Okay. Okay, let's have another Mrs. Pineda. What is alphabet of lines for your own definition? Okay, thank you. Now let's have the meaning of alphabet lines. So when you say alphabet of lines, used to describe shapes, sizes, hidden surfaces, interior, detail, and alternate position of parts. So when you say alphabet of lines, these are the lines that describes the shape of a particular art, its size, and its hidden surface. So let's have the types of alphabet lines. So as you can see, there are 12 or more types of alphabet of lines. But for today, I will only discuss the 6 basic types of alphabet lines. So first, let's have the 2 first of the alphabet lines. We have the visible and construction line. So before that, what is the difference between the visible and construction line? Okay, let's have Miss Estupin. What is the difference of visible and construction for your own definition? Okay, thank you. Let's have Mr. Agawili? Okay, thank you. So visible lines and construction lines are just similar. They are considered as the most common lines used in a particular arts or in a particular figures. So what is the difference between visible and construction line? So visible lines are deep dark line used to show outline of object, visible edges of surface. So when you say visible lines, they are more dark compared to construction lines, which showcase them to show the outline of a particular object and its visible edges of the surface. And now let's have the construction lines. Very light and thin line used to construct layout work. So that is the difference between the visible and construction line. Visible are thick lines while the construction are very light lines. So now let's have the dimension lines. Dimension lines are thin and lines used to show the size span of an object with numeric value usually terminates with arrowheads or thick markings. So if the visible lines and construction lines are only straight lines that shows a particular surfaces of every layout of work, dimension lines are used as arrow to show numeric value and to show some thick markings. So that is the first of the alphabet lines. So next we have, and now let's have the other basic types of alphabet of lines. So now let's have the center line. Center line is known as long and short dash line, usually indicates center of holes, circles, and arcs. Line is thin and dark. So center line is like the visible and the construction line, which is thin and dark. So when you say center lines, these are the lines that you can see between two long lines and a short line between these kinds of lines. So when you say center lines, these lines can be seen through holes, circles, and arcs. And now let's have the extension line. So first, what do you mean by the word extension? Class, what do you mean by the word extension? Okay, so let's have Miss Esmenia. Okay, another, what do you mean by the word extension? So let's have Mr. Pamontongan. Okay, exactly. So what do you mean by extension line? Extension line are thin and dark lines used to show the starting and ending of dimension lines. So extension lines are the lines that you can see through the start of a particular product or art and can be seen through its ending. So this line connects both start and ending of the phrase of both lines. And lastly, we have the phantom line. So first, what do you mean by the word phantom? Phantom. Okay, let's have Miss Dollar. Do you mean by the word phantom? Okay, let's have Miss Alegre. What do you mean by the word phantom? Okay. Lastly, okay, let's have Miss Bayarong. What do you mean by the word phantom? Okay, thank you. So let's have the phantom line. Phantom line are long line followed by the two short dashes used to show alternate position of a moving part. So when you say phantom line, this are the line that followed by two short dashes. It shows the alternate position of both moving part and non-moving part. So let's have our lessons. So before we go to our group activities, I have a question for you. So the question is, how important is to know the basic types of alphabet lines? Okay, I'll call 5 people in this conference. Sige, let's have Mr. Agkawili. Thank you. Let's have Miss Mauricio. Okay, let's have Miss Marticio. Okay. Okay, sige, let's have Alegre, Miss Alegre again. Okay. Okay. Okay, so of course, after our discussion, we will having a group activity. So what will be our group activity? So our group activity will be divided into three group of students. So the group activity is entitled Formation Lines. So the only thing that you do is to create a particular formation wherein all the basic types of alphabet lines such as visible line, dimension line, center line, or extension line can be seen throughout the formation that you've created. It can be drawing or computerized. So aside from group activity, you will be having a quiz, which is true or false. You just need to write T if the statement is true and F the statement false. I will give you the quiz. Truth canvas. The quiz is five with 5 items only, and you can answer it in just 10 minutes. So read, be careful, and try to do your best to answer the given questions. Okay, the deadline will be on the 11:59 of midnight. So after answering the quiz, I will give you the assignment. So the assignment will be seen throughout the screen. So will be your assignment. So that's it. Thank you everyone for attending the class, and thank you for listening for our discussion for today. I will see you tomorrow, and before that, after before discussing the new lesson, we will answer first your assignment. So see you, good luck, and see you tomorrow everyone. Goodbye.